All right, you're a price action trader. You're taking these breakout trades. You're taking these different entries. You're entering the trade. It's coming back into the range and hitting your stop loss. Why is this happening? Why do I get faked out? How can I avoid it? We'll cover that today because there are clues on how to stop getting faked out, and we're going to go through that today. It's small, but it's important, right? There's a lot of nuances to price action trading that if ignored, it'll sting you, right? It'll sting you every time. So if we look at this example here, right, you can say we come onto the charts, you can see we've got a clear level of support here, right? This is maybe the 15-minute time frame, and it's a high volume time, right? So if we even think about the clues as to why does somebody get faked out when they take breakout trades, one of the biggest things is you're trading at a low volume time. So, you know, it's always got to be, you're always looking to trade maybe London Open, Asia Open, New York Open, these high volume times where there's a lot of orders in the market. So look, man, we're here, we've found a range, and I'm looking to take a breakout trade. I'm here on the 15-minute time frame, man. I'm here to trade. I've got money on the line and I want to make a trade happen. So we can look here and say, well, boom, straight away, it looks like this support level here, a candle has actually closed below that level, and it's not only is it broken below, it's actually closed below. Interesting. That's really one of the key signs to wanting to get a breakout trade, right? You want an actual candle to break out. Well, awesome. We've got that here. But you've got to ask yourself, like, let me ask you right now, here's the level that I wanted to break below. Here's a candle that broke below. Would you take that sell position there? Because the idea with taking a breakout trade is, well, a support level that's been respected, meaning once price typically gets there, it rejects off and buyers take back over. But this time, sellers are in such control that they actually pushed price down and held it below that level. But based on the structure of these candles and the market structure here as a whole, would you take that sell position there? Would you? Because if the answer is yes, then we might be already onto some of the reasons why you're losing these breakout trades. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look at some potential issues with this scenario here. One issue can be that this is now a resistance level and we've moved 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles in a row. So for an hour, price has just moved down and closed one color. In this case, red, right? That's a bit sus because if we're playing a game of probabilities, which trading is just a game of probabilities, probabilistically speaking, price is probably going to need to create a green candle, especially if it's going to need to break through a heavily respected level like a support level. Like realistically speaking, buyers are going to at least have to push up and allow price to hold there, like create a support level, meaning a green candle, before it can continue to push down massively through a respected level. So that's one of the red flags here. Price has moved just one color for an hour and it moved from resistance. 2, what happened to these big candles over here? What does the candle body represent? Right? We know that that point right there, where the candle opened up, that's where the first 15-minute candle opened up. And then throughout its open time, this wick represents, you know, it was down here at one point. Price was pushing below that level at one point, and then it got pushed up all the way up here, even all the way up to here. And then when it closed there. So within that 15-minute window, price did all of that. There was that much volume in the market, it did all of that. But what happened over here? These bitch-ass candles. There's no one in the market. You really want price to push below a massively respected level, but no one's in the market. Bruh, this is why you're losing these trades. No one's freaking selling, man, and you're out here trying to catch sells. So the second clue is the size of these bodies, man. No one's here. Everyone's on lunch, man. Everyone's on lunch and you're sitting there like, no, I want to catch a sell. It's like, bro, yeah, no one's here, man. Like, come back later. The party's over. It's like you're showing up to the party like, yeah, like everyone, like I got the drinks and everyone's fucking passed out. No one's like, bro, the party's over. Right? So you're going to need to wait. You're going to need to allow this to fucking breathe a bit more and create a bit more structure before you try and enter the party. You have to, man. So that's the second clue. The first, it's moved one color for the whole hour. The second clue is these candle bodies are losing size of the bodies, meaning there's not as much volume in the market. Let's move on. What's the third clue here? Can you guess? The third clue here, for me in this case, would be the fact that this wick here is actually bigger than the candle body. That's a bit of a red flag. If you're trying to take a sell position down here, but the wick is bigger than the body, especially at a highly respected level, like a support level, that means that at one point, this candle looked like this. And then what happened? Buyers took over, pushed it all the way back up and turned that into a big wick. So for whatever reason, and the cool part about this is we don't actually need to know the reason, but for whatever reason, sellers couldn't take control of this area here. Sellers couldn't push price below this area, although we did close below, but not strong. There's no strength in it, right? It's a tug of war, and for whatever reason, the sellers, man, there's a couple of dudes in the back, Barry in the back, he's slacking off, man. These guys are getting slack, right? I don't trust that. You've got two scenarios when you get a breakout candle. You can get a bitch-ass candle like this, or you can get a nice, big-bodied, strong candle like this. What looks more impressive to take a sell? What implies more strength? This does, right? The candle bodies tell the story. And the body that this is telling me is that price opened up here, it came all the way up here, and it fucking came all the way down here, and like there's a lot's happened, man. A lot's happened in that 15-minute window. Not much has happened here for about 45 minutes. And you're going, no, I want to take a sell though. I want to put my money on the line. Like, bro, are you just trying? Are you a pay pig? You want to just give your money away? I don't. So that's another red flag right there. Right? Another thing here is, where do you take your entry? So check this out. You're going, man, this sucks. Every time I take a breakout trade, I enter here, and then it moves down a little bit, and then it comes back up, and my stop loss is sitting up here, and it hits my stop loss. Fuck this trading shit. Fuck that Daniel guy, and all of this. Like, I'm going back to to Denny's, because it doesn't have to be that way. Like, there are things that can, and this is the thing. The only reason I'm making this video is I want to save you money. I want to save you money because there's a lot of things that I see people do that they don't need to do. So, in an ideal breakout scenario, and I'm not saying that you can't take certain trades that aren't ideal, but in an ideal scenario, you get a nice breakout like that, right? The low of the candle is something like that, the high is up here, whatever. The new candle opens up, it retests that level, flips back down, starts to push down, and then the low of this 15-minute candle, again, the low of this candle on lower time frames, like the minute and the 5-minute, is actually structure, right? This low here is structure on the lower time frames. So the idea is, if this new candle opens up and breaks that low, there's a high probability you're going to get a nice push. So the idea is you have a sell stop sitting right there as it breaks the low, the bottom wick of that previous 15-minute candle, which again on lower time frames is structure. You should get a nice pop. But in the scenario that I've presented here, the low's all the way down there. Are you going to have your sell stop sitting there and your fucking stop loss all the way up there? Like, then we're starting to become basically swing traders, right? When my take profits all the way down there, it's like, no, like we're just scalpers. We're just trying to get a little breakout, get a little rat scalp, take our money and then cruise. So what do you do here then? Realistically, it's tough. It is tough. I'll tell you right now, like, the whole point of this video is to save you money from taking shitty breakout trades. You can't take this. This is a bad breakout scenario, but people do. People take this because they're not taking into consideration the things that I'm laying out here. So in a scenario like this, what you're going to have to do is you're going to either need price to come up, break back into the range, which is a fucking very high probability going to happen. If you try and take an entry there or sell there as this candle pushes down, you were going to get in profit for a minute and it's going to fuck you. Trust me, it's going to come back up and hit your stop loss. But if you can be patient, Let it do that. Let it come back up into the range. Let it maybe do something like this, create some range, and then break out. See how it's come back up into the range, you know, pulled back a bit, filled some of this shit up here, right, with this wick here, which again, the wick is structure on the lower time frames, pulled back, and then what do we get? We got the thing that we wanted all along, a big ass motherfucking candle like we got over here. What does that represent? People are back. Everyone's finished up their lunch break. People are back in the market. It's time to get shit cracking, right? People are back, you know, lunch is over. The party's just started up again, right? We want to be back in the party. This is the party. This isn't a party. Everyone's asleep. Everyone's passed out. They've been drinking all night. There's nothing there, low volume. But if you were patient here instead of taking an impulse sell here because you want to be in the market, let price pull back and then give you the ideal scenario. I promise you, if you can be patient in the market, and even if the move sort of happens, but you can still hang out and wait, nearly every single time, please listen to me here, nearly every single time, a better setup comes. It's almost like the market fakes out the dummies. Sorry, I've been a dummy for many years in trading, so I can say it. It almost like it fakes out the dummies, and then those that are patient and professional get their setup. Happens every time, happens all the time. So now that that structure has developed here and we've got that big body candle breakout, then it's just simple stuff. If you watch my previous video, what's the next step? We wait for that retest. As it flips back, breaks the low, starts to push, we enter here, entry, write it down, fucking, there's your move. Right, there's your move, take profit, stop loss, entry, easy. You missed out on all the pain of this shit. You were patient. Yes, you had to be a bit more patient. And sometimes that doesn't happen, but it's your job. Would you rather not get a trade or would you rather take a shitty trade and lose money? It's up to you, man. You can lose money if you want. There's thousands of dudes online that just throw all their money at OnlyFans chicks. So if you like to just throw money away, self-sabotage yourself, go for it. But I'm trying to save you money here, man. I'm trying to save you money. And the clues are all here. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is this happens every day in the market. These scenarios happen every single day in the market. And I see people take it like, oh, dude, I got faked out. And it's like, that wasn't the trade, bro. One color all the way from resistance, breaking through support. The bodies are small, indicating weakening. There's not enough volume in the market right now. The wick's bigger than the body of the candle, that actually broke out. And there's no clean area to take your entry because where do you take it? The bottom of the wick, mid, that's not an ideal scenario, right? So those are some of the biggest clues there in this scenario, which happens all the time. And how to resolve that and get the better entry is to just wait. What do you wait for? The market to pull back, create this, get a bit of a run up, and then get that big body breakout, retest entry. And that is like the best way to avoid getting faked out and obviously in turn save you money. Awesome. Thanks guys.